12 students and staff here in Thompson sent to the hospital yesterday after feeling nauseous. Coming up, an update on that investigation. Eyewitness News at 4:30 starts right now.
Now on Channel 3 and streaming on WFSB Plus. This is Eyewitness News this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining us here on Eyewitness News. We've got Caitlin Francis to my right and Scott Haney to my left. What a way to start the day. And
happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. All eyes now on the weekend forecast. No pressure, but you said kind of a 50-50 weekend in terms of the temperatures, right?
55, 57, 58 tomorrow.
It's pretty good.
30 possibly on Sunday.
Boy,
yeah,
so
big drop.
Have fun on Saturday.
Have fun on Saturday and then hunker down on Sunday. All right, as we take a look at our first alert live radar, the only live radar in Connecticut scanning dry. Watch the temperatures. I mean, this graphic, I know it's hard to follow a bar graph at 4:31 in the morning, but it really does tell the story. Today, we're in the mid to upper 40s. And then tomorrow, look at this. We surge into the upper 50s. And then, woo, that huge drop in temperature for Sunday, Monday, and the start of Tuesday. And then it goes right back up for Wednesday with a pretty good soaker on the way for Wednesday. But it's going to be rain as the temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 50s on Wednesday. So here are your headlines. Bright and breezy to end February. Today is the last day of February. A split weekend, as Roger was just mentioning, kind of 50-50. Mild to downright cold, and then the warmth returns next week. In the meantime, your forecasted highs today, not bad, above average in the mid-40s, maybe even some upper 40s along the shoreline with bright and breezy conditions. That breeze will make these temperatures feel like they're in the upper 30s and low 40s. Your 7-day forecast is coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, Kate, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Scott. Good morning, everyone. 4:32. We're starting off here with, unfortunately, a breaking traffic alert here in Orange. Route 15 northbound, the exit 57 off-ramp is closed due to a crash, so we're working to get some more information from state police on exactly what took place here. But again, Route 15 northbound through Orange, the exit 57 off-ramp is closed here this morning. Rest of the state not doing too bad. We do have a little bit of overnight construction work set up. Live look here in Hartford on 91, here in Middletown along Route 9, live look in Waterbury on 84 by the Mixmaster, and in Meriden along 691. Majority of the state, besides that crash that I'm following for you in Orange, nice and quiet, calm, clear conditions out there to start on your Friday. I'll get you another full update coming up in less than 10. Let's quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, Caitlin, thank you. This morning, students in Thompson are heading back to the classroom after crews rushed 12 people to the hospital yesterday. Your reporter Owen Kingsley joins us now live in Thompson. So, Owen, do we know what made them all sick?
Well, no, that's exactly what they're still investigating here, Roger. I can tell you later today, though, the fire marshal will be here at Thompson Middle School to do further testing of anything that could be unsafe inside that building. The superintendent, though, here, they're insisting that whatever made students and staff feel so sick, it wasn't carbon monoxide. The district says a CO detector near the classroom where this happened was reading normal. They're calling this an environmental concern. We do know an exhaust fan and ventilation unit inside that same classroom failed. A mix of 12 students and staff were sent to area hospitals with reports of nausea, but all have since been released. But first responders say right now things are safe. The school day continued as normal yesterday and will again today. But it is still not sitting well for some.
It's concerning, yeah, of course. You don't want that to happen, but I think, everything's okay as far as we know. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let us back in the building.
Although everyone is safe, that lingering question remains that you asked, Roger, what caused all of this? As I mentioned, fire officials, they'll be back here today to do some further testing and try and get to the bottom of it. Your reporter, live in Thompson, Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Oh, and thank you. Right now we are tracking breaking news that we just learned about minutes ago. Doctors now say Pope Francis has, quote, overcome the most critical phase of the infection that has kept him in the hospital for the last 2 weeks. Now, this is certainly good news, but doctors also say the Pope still needs to spend a few more days in stable condition at the hospital before the pontiff will be considered completely out of danger. And this morning, we're still working to learn more about a stabbing in New Haven. Police there say that violence happened last night right near the intersection of Clay and Shelter Streets. Luckily, investigators now tell us the victim will survive their injuries, but police have not announced any arrests at this hour. And this morning, we are still digging deeper to learn what led up to this chaotic scene in Waterbury after some sort of wild wreck on Chase Avenue. You could see a car with significant front end damage and a large police presence there on the scene. As soon as we learn more information, of course, we'll share it with you right away on air and on the WFSB News app. This morning, multiple doctors are calling out U.S. Secretary of Health Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who they say was dead wrong when he called the West Texas measles outbreak, quote, not unusual. So far, one child has died from the disease and another 18 are still recovering in the hospital. More than 100 people in Texas have gotten sick in connection with that outbreak. Doctors insist the best defense against measles is still the vaccine. And right now, crews are working to figure out what sparked a big house fire in Mystic. Firefighters rushed out to that scene on Hatch Street last night. And listen to this. Investigators say when they arrived, a man was still inside trying to knock down the flames. Now, luckily, firefighters pulled that man out of the house, and it's a good thing, too, because a short time later, both the second and third floors collapsed. And this morning, 2 juveniles face attempted murder charges after police arrested them on Towney Street in Hartford. The suspects were captured after a multi-state manhunt after investigators say they tried to shoot police officers in Pennsylvania. And this morning, an Old Lyme dog sitter is accused of stealing from her clients' homes in Westbrook. Police say Shannon Crandall, you see her there on your screen, stuck into their bedrooms while the victims were out of town and swiped valuables, including a $15,000 Rolex watch. Investigators say Crandall then took those stolen items to local pawn shops. It happened later today. Some people are now refusing to shop at big chains as part of a massive economic protest that's happening from coast to coast. Information about this corporate boycott has spread like wildfire across social media after the People's Union USA first announced this protest. The blackout started at midnight and will last at least 24 hours. And listen, we want to hear what you think about this economic boycott. Are you planning to participate? Vote yes or no right now on our website. Go to the WFSB.com website /vote now. You can see right now, most of you, 69%, are saying no. And this morning, some lawmakers say a new bill would make higher education more affordable. The proposal would fully fund a scholarship that helps college students in need. The bill sailed right through the House and is now on its way to the Senate. And today, New Haven Mayor Justin Elicker is presenting the city's new budget for the fiscal year. The mayor and the budget director will be breaking down what locals can expect going forward. The announcement is at 11:15 this morning. We'll break down the most important details for you throughout the day. And of course, it's a very exciting time to be a UConn Huskies fan right now. The women's basketball team just secured their 5th straight Big East regular season title after absolutely smoking Creighton by 19 points. Your reporter, Marcy Jones, joins us live from campus. And Marcy, we can all get hyped up for the Huskies right now, right?
That's absolutely right. Good morning, Raj. Well, this is a really familiar place for the Huskies to be heading into the weekend, not cocky, but rather confident. They also have a chance to go undefeated for the 18th time in conference play with a win over Marquette on Sunday. Tomorrow is March 1st, and that means the madness of March officially kicks off. The Huskies on a high from last night, with freshman Sarah Strong scoring 22 points in the game against Creighton, securing the 37th consecutive regular season conference victory for the Huskies. Aside from winning the regular season Big East title, the Huskies have been on a power streak. They've won 6 games in a row. The women play their final game of the regular season Sunday when they host Marquette. That game tips off at 2. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, we're going to take a look at what's next for the UConn's men's basketball team after their victory over Georgetown. Your reporter in stores, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Marcy, thank you. And listen, we just learned some really exciting news down on the shoreline. The Woodmont section of Milford has now been named the most popular neighborhood in the country, according to Realtor.com. Pretty cool. Let's take a live look right now from that neighborhood. This is the view from Oyster River Beach in Milford, looking toward the Woodmont neighborhood. How about that, Scott? The #1 neighborhood in the country, according to Realtor.com.
That's pretty good. I wonder what the real estate taxes are like there.
Yeah.
Whoa, 439. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Let's take a look at the temperatures, right? Mid to upper 30s. Not bad. Typical overnight low 23. So we're doing a little bit better than that. We do have some chillier numbers in parts of like Torrington at 34. We got 35 in Willimantic. But still, I mean, Marcy Jones was out there without a coat on. It's remarkable. 24-hour change today. Yeah, we're up, we're down, we're basically flat. And there is a little bit of a breeze, but not too substantial, so not a lot of wind chills, although some of the numbers do feel like they're in the upper 20s in northwest Connecticut. As we move through the day today, it's going to be a breezy day today, making these temperatures feel a little bit cooler, but still, the numbers are above average. 42 is where we should be. We'll be a little bit cooler than that in northwest Connecticut, but everybody else is in the mid to upper 40s. Bright and breezy conditions. Sun is up at 6:27. Sun sets at 5:40. We'll be back with your 7-day forecast coming up in just a bit. Raj?
All right, thank you, Scott. Right now, we're tracking new developments in the death investigation of Gene Hackman and his wife. Investigators now say that situation is suspicious. We're going to break down the newest clues in that investigation. Plus, are your kids looking for a summer job right now? Well, it's time to get some applications in for a very fun summer gig in Waterbury. We'll have those details right after this break. Eyewitness News at 4:30 is back in a flash. Stay with us.